Hello, folks. He's not even on camera yet. He's saying hello. Welcome to the Movie Mad channel, and today is Saturday, and I'm just going to try and have a relaxing day. Might try and tidy up my movie corner a bit, because let's face it, I'm not the most tidiest of movie collectors, which I should be. So I might try and tidy up a wee bit, and I decided to film at a slightly different angle today, so you can maybe see a bit of my other shelves over here. Oh, my Westworld Steelbook's popping out. See what I mean? Not the tidiest. I need to fix that. That don't want to destroy the thing. I'm going to need to put that back in later now. Right. So today I'm going to show you a package I received about a week ago, and I have been meaning to film this video all week, but I'm going to be honest with you, I just wasn't in a very happy mood, and I don't think filming movie channels when you're not in a happy mood does me any good. Well, maybe it makes you feel better, but either to say I just wasn't feeling the creative juices flowing, shall we say. So there I am, and I've got a wee orange juice to myself, a little here. Another wee rant before I start off talking about movies. Plastic paper straws. What's that all about? Right, right, understand environmental damage and all that, okay? But if you just be responsible and dispose of them and recycle them properly, then there shouldn't be a problem. I'd rather drink this without the straw than I've actually got some metal reusable straws, but don't know if that'll fit in this one, so you're just going to have to put up with me doing this. That works. So, wee orange juice. And as I say, I got a package in the mail, and needless to say, it did cheer me up. And this once again is from Larry Boyd, long time supporter of my channel, that's for sure, and makes videos possible, because some of the stuff he sent me over the last year has been absolutely unbelievable. We talk about movies, and sometimes the movies we talk about that haven't got show up, which is very nice. And let's start off with the first one. The first one that he sent me, and he told me he was going to send me, was Star Trek 3: The Search for Spock on 4K. And he sent me this because this is the last one I need for the original 6 movies on 4K, because I've got the rest here. So that completes my Star Trek 1 to 6 on 4K. And last Sunday, me and my boy got back from a trip to the caravan, and we've been watching the original series. And he heard a YouTube clip, and he goes, and somebody in it said, and somebody mentioned in it that Spock dies. And James goes, Spock dies? When does that happen? So I said, right, well, we'll have to watch The Wrath of Khan. And it was about his age that I watched The Wrath of Khan, and maybe I was a wee bit younger than him. And when they go and find the SS Bounty, and they put that thing in Chekhov's ear, that gave me nightmares. It really did. But it's a memorable one from my childhood, and it was a great movie. Khan, I'll trace you round the Antara's moons. Is that what he says? And I really, really enjoyed it, but I fell asleep during watching it, so it's still on my player actually, and I really need to watch that again. I like to save these movies for when I'm on holiday and I've got real time and I've got, I can watch them. And I did have time on Sunday, and my son was choked up with a cold. He's been off of school all week, and so I watched it then, but I'll have to put that on again this weekend. But to follow it up, we'll need to follow it up when Spock realives, or resurrects, like Jesus, I suppose. And that is in The Search for Spock. So that's great that I've got that one to do that. So in this one, it says special features, commentary by Leonard Nimoy, Harvey Bennett, Charles Curran, Robin Curtis. Robin Curtis is the ensign that goes down with David, isn't she? Yeah, it's been a while since I watched these, so I really should watch them again. And these are my favourite films, I think. You know, I do say Brewster's Millions is one of my favourites, but out of the whole universe, Star Trek's my favourite universe. It really is. It says Blu-ray exclusives from Industrial Light and Magic, Spock the Early Years HD, Star Trek in the Science Fiction Museum and the Hall of Fame, and more. And, you know, if you're not familiar with Star Trek, before you watch The Wrath of Khan, you should watch Space Seed. Which, again, I've got the first 2 series of the original series. I don't have the third. But Larry sent me this a long time ago. And it's still over here. Here it is over here. And it's Star Trek Origins. So you can just get the single disc of Space Seed. Well, it's actually got 3 episodes on it. It's got Space Seed, Errand of Mercy, and The Trouble with Tribble. So 3 classic original series episodes. Now, James.
Yeah.
We were watching The Wrath of Khan last Sunday, weren't we?
Yeah.
But what happened?
I fell asleep.
Yeah, and you didn't get to see what happens with Spock, and you really want to know that, don't you?
Not really. I like Spock. I don't want to see him die.
Yes, you don't want to see him die. It's really emotional when he dies, though.
I like Spock. I don't want to see him die.
Yeah, but you don't know what happens.
The needs of the few.
What
The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few.
That's a good sort of Spock saying. Well done, I'm teaching you well. Well done. That's excellent. So I was just showing the James. I don't want to give you a spoiler away, okay? But if Star Trek 2 is called The Wrath of Khan, do you know what Star Trek 3 is called?
The End of Khan. This.
What's it called?
Spock's alive.
No, it doesn't say that.
The search for Spock.
But
That means Spock's alive.
it doesn't mean he's alive. So you just need to watch it and find out, won't you?
Yeah.
So we've got that. See, James. See when I eventually succumb to my illnesses and be like really old and die.
Yes.
Okay, in about 1 million years from
In
now.
2 days.
Oh, cheers for that. No, not 2 days, thank you. But are you going to keep my 4K Star Treks?
Probably.
You are you?
Yeah.
Well, that's nice of you. So I don't want them going to the charity shops or anything like that. You need to keep them. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, but I will not be able to keep all of those.
How not?
It's over 1,000.
Well, yes, there is, but there you go. Right, I'm going to go back to that. Right, so that's enough divergence and talking about Star Trek. So let's show what else Larry said to me. So let's have a wee look. Right. James.
Yeah?
Could you do me a favour and stop rolling about while I'm making my video?
I thought that made me quieter.
Right, I'm going to have a wee drink while you disappear.
You're having an orange juice. Can I have one?
Yes, you can have an orange
Yay.
juice.
I thought these were for my lunches. For school.
They are, but we've got 12.
Yeah.
And I was thirsty, so...
Bye.
No, I'm joking.
You need some help for that?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Bye.
Choking on camera for your entertainment. Right, so that's what orange juice done. So, I'll show you what else was in the box. And the next one is What Women Wants. And this is What Women Want, even. And this is the Mel Gibson one that Larry originally sent me, but CEX sent him a Region 1, and that got sent on to me. So, that was no good, but he did speak to them, and I think through a bit of persuasion, they agreed to resend that one for him. And Larry sent that on to me, so that's really nice. So I'm looking forward to watching that, again with Helen Hunt in it. Speaking of Helen Hunt, this is a good movie with her in it. And I was about to say, Larry Larry was mentioning another movie to me with her in it, which is Pay It Forward. Pay It Forward is an absolute great movie. Why that's not got a Blu-ray, I've no idea. No idea. What a great movie that is. It really is good. I'm going to find that in my DVD box and I'm going to watch that. But What Woman Wants, another funny Mel Gibson one, which I really enjoy. So thank you for replacing the one that you sent me before, and giving CEX a wee bit of a hard time over it. So appreciate that. Thank you. I also mentioned that there is a few movies that I like, and they're not necessarily great movies. And well, people think I think they're great movies where I just like to rewatch them. Some of those are 2012, which I've got on 4K, San Andreas, which I've got on 4K now, The Day After Tomorrow, which I don't have on 4K because I don't believe there is a 4K for that. What's the other ones? Independence Day, which I've got on 4K as well. Pacific Rim, I got that on Blu-ray, but that's a really good movie as well. And ones that I just like to rewatch, Battle LA, that's another one. Don't think Battle LA's got a 4K either. But I mentioned to Larry that I was going to use some of my CEX vouchers to get Battleship because it was about £6 in CEX. But it's went up to 12, and then Larry happened to mention that he was out and he found it for a cheap price. I don't know whether they got online or whether they got it about, but it's sealed, so I think he must have got online. And that is Battleship. You know, people, it's got Liam Neeson in it. I can't remember the guy who plays the hero in it, but I just think, it's a fun. Sorry for laughing, my son just went past the window on his heelys going to sing a song. It just distracted me for a second. There we go. So, as I was saying, talking about Battleship, it's a really, really fun movie. And it's Taylor Kitsch, yeah. And you know what? People hate it, but I like to rewatch it. And I think, you know what? If you're going to have movies you're going to rewatch, get them on the best possible format. So, thank you very much for that. That's really, really nice. Wonder what this looks like. It's an American one. It says 4K. It's got the Blu-ray and it's got the digital. I've got the Blu-ray. So this looks like it is an American release. So what I'll need to do is I'll need to test the Blu-ray to make sure it works. But if it does, then I'll be able to dispose of my Blu-ray version. Not you get any money, it's worth anything, but it's got a nice slip on it. But it's not this. Oh. Somebody's not going to be happy. Look, you were on the Blu-ray, but you're not on the 4K. And is that Aaron Skarsgård? Taylor Kitsch, yeah. Includes digital copy. Let me have a wee look and see just what this Blu-ray has in it. Wow, I wonder if this is one of my combination ones where if I've got the DVD, I put the DVD in the same case. Let's see. It is. It's one of my combination ones where I've DVD'd up as well. So that's perfect. So put that back on there. So the 4K will certainly replace my Blu-ray there. Let's see if it's got any special features. Blu-ray movie and bonus features. USS Missouri VIP tour. Commander Pete, preparing for a battle, all hands on deck, cast engaging in battle. And there's 3 others that I can't read because alternative ending, pre-visualizations. Again, I didn't know there was an alternative ending. What was the other film that had an alternative ending? I've not seen it. 2000. Does that have on my Blu-ray? I'm having a deja vu. I think 2012. No, the Blu-ray doesn't have an alternative ending. Ooh. That will be interesting. Excellent. Really need to start watching more stuff. So, in the packet as well, there was another 4K of Brightburn. Larry asked if I'd seen this, and I said yes, and it's I don't actually own this one on any format, so that's great. And this is the anti-Superman movie. I actually watched Man of Steel the other night, and I still think that's a great film. But this one is basically, what if Superman was evil? And I think I've only watched it once or twice, but I think it might be once I watched this, but I thought it was really good. 4K Ultra HD filmmaker commentary, Blu-ray filmmaker commentary, hero creating a new supervillain, quick burns. Yeah, so again, oh, this has got Dolby Atmos on it. Dolby Audio. I don't think it's got Dolby Vision. No, but it has got Dolby Atmos. Nice. So let's have a look inside as well. Oh, nice 2-discer with the 4K and the Blu-ray. Right. I was going to say, I better check the disc on the... I don't know if to do that on CX, I really should. But thank you, I just wanted to check because you know what they've done with the last one, eh? So there we go. Thank you very much for that. And finally in the box, I was speaking about this movie and I was thinking this doesn't have a Blu-ray release. And it was actually a movie that I wanted to watch again, and it's Dead Cam. I see we talk about a lot of movies, and this one here is with Nicole Kidman and Sam Neill, and from what I remember, they end up on a boat and then they find a mysterious stranger floating in the water, and then things all go wrong. And again, I don't think this one has a UK release, so this is a region free one. Hope this film video is okay, because I feel like I'm sitting in the dark here. Hopefully I'm looking okay. Well, you know. I'm just trying to see. It includes theatrical trailer. Forget who he is. Oh, it's Billy Zane. It's Billy Zane, isn't it? In the middle of nowhere, there's nowhere to hide. Reminds me a bit about like Unlawful Entry. So again, that's another one that probably not many people have in their collection. So I'm building up a really, really great collection of Blu-rays and 4Ks here. Thanks to Larry for adding to that, and I'm really, really enjoying my movies at the moment. Really am. I have actually picked up another one, which unfortunately is sitting in the car, and I have got another one to show as well. So I'll tell you what, I'll probably do another video in a couple of days with the 2 new ones I've got to show, and potentially news on a challenge that one of my subscribers, Larry, has said to me that he wants me to do for me. So look out for that. So if you've got any comments on any of the movies, you just want to speak to me about movies in general, or you want to leave my fear of dropping below 600 subscribers after I mentioned it last week, please feel free to subscribe, because I was at 601 when I said that, and I've obviously offended somebody because I went down to 600. One more and I'll be back in the 599s. Please don't do that. Alright, thanks very much guys, and I'll see you later.